AMS2 or Automobilista 2 recently received their V1.5.5.2 update, which might not sound that significant, but has brought in minor tread adjustments. And what I mean by that is that it says minor, but the difference in feeling is quite a lot. So let's drive these cars and see if this minor tread update has actually been a major update. Okay, so the big thing has been in the slick tires, and I think we're going to start with the car I've driven quite a lot. Here I can talk to you about the things they've tried to do. So what they've tried to do, Renato, is to make the car tires peakier. What that means is that they shouldn't be able to slide as much for as long, so you would lose grip. This is what the update is supposedly preventing. And also, you feel the tire, what the tire does a lot more. So I've been driving this car a lot around this circuit, so I can give you a good example of what it does, or I can talk to you about the difference. So the big difference has actually been in the Porsche curves, because when I drive here, the tires get quite warm, very hot, and that makes it so normally it didn't make a huge difference in tire behavior. But now, with the new tires update, tread update, actually makes them feel, they feel that they have worse grip in heat. And you could also see there, I lost a lot of grip. And normally, I just slide and then I just catch it, so it's not a big issue. But there, now you have to actually fight a lot to get the car doing what you want. But still, you can sort of say that you have a bit more grip. It feels that way a little bit. So I can also talk to you about the setup changes I've had to do with this car. So with this car, I used to run one front wing 1 and rear wing 3. But now I have had to add 1 extra on the rear wing to get more grip, you can say. That has actually helped with conserving the tires with the temperatures, and it has also helped with grip. Always lose it. And then also what I've also felt is that curbs have gotten a bit more deadly, but that could have also been me just lowering the front. But something I've also noticed, which might be a bug, is the brake temperatures, and I have run quite close brake ducts. Still, they get very cold. So I'm not sure, because they used to be quite a lot warmer. Tell them that. Well, let's see if I improve. Then, if I improve, I will talk to you about in this car. You can see here 108 degrees in the temperature, while it normally used to be around 120 I could get right over here. And now I get a lot of speed through here. Okay, so this is quite a good lap. Well, let's see. Okay, so I did that improve. So let's switch circuit and let's switch car to something a bit faster. Okay, so now we are in the F1 car. That was a mistake. But this one I've tried a little bit. It felt a bit like that the tires have become bit different, but not so sure. Okay, so yeah, when braking and losing grip, you have to be a lot focused. I have a DRS button on my steering. See, the car handles quite well. Yeah, this car's tons of grip. No, I don't know if it's due to the tires. Let's see through here. Actually quite good. And you can feel the car. I think the big thing might be maybe for some people if you're pushing it like very hard you'll feel that you can't slide as much. But you will also feel that the edge of grip a lot more. So you will feel where the grip loss a lot more, which will make you a better driver since you can feel when the car brakes. I'm also running a custom FFB file, Cuckoo's custom FFB file, and even he said that he could feel this edge of grip a lot more, so it's not FFB dependent. Maybe this second lap, let me just try and just push it a bit harder than it's actually supposed to. It's a lot easier to lose the grip when pushing too hard, which is a very nice addition. But let's see, I have the list here. Yeah, wait, what cars? Let's switch into a different Formula car and see if we can feel the edge of the grip then. So now we're in the Formula High Tech Gen 2. I think let's see how it feels with having what's it called? Active suspension. there I couldn't feel it a lot. The sliding. Oof. I can actually feel it. Thinking about it. This car loves sliding around. Maybe in this car it still feels a bit vague where that point of grip is. I think that was the nature of these cars, that you don't really know where that edge is. Might be wrong, might be correct, I'm not sure. If it's like this car, you can just push and push and push. Which I don't know how correct that is. Let's see if I can actually do the braking better. So you have to be more precise when trail braking, it seems. Since you can easier brake the rear. You can make the rear slip. Which you definitely don't want at all times. Yeah, you could see there in this car that you can really make the car slip going at a bit slower speed, which actually was brought up by a guy on the forums, which would be interesting to see Renato's response on why that's happening, but that we'll see. Quite well actually. Still, it seems like it's on a car-to-car basis. But after I finish this lap, let's switch to car, which I've heard has gotten quite good. Has become a lot better when having this gotten this change. Okay, so now let's try the GT1 cars, because I've heard they have improved quite a bit. But the car feels a bit sluggish, but that could be the dampers, the suspension. Or actually, this car feels good. I remember I was driving this car before around Le Mans, and it felt a bit weird. I remember. I'm not sure what exactly it was, but I remember it felt a bit odd. Now, yeah, this car feels very nice. Capabilities. Good to see. There's some things which still feel vague, but that might just be FFP over anything. car feels good. Let's maybe try and do another lap. Now where the tires have gotten a bit warmer. See how it actually is. But they're getting out of slower corners, you have to be more focused when getting on the throttle. As you saw there. Aorus section feels a bit odd, but that's not. That's the car. That's not the tires. It seems a bit like you have to relearn a lot of the cars. They handle, because it feels like their handling has definitely changed. So you have to adjust a bit, and when you get the hang of it, the cars feel good. When I'm done with this lap, let's move over to GTE and then GT3 Gen 2, since I haven't heard a lot about them, or the GT3 cars I've heard a lot about, but I'm interested in how the GTE cars feel, because I remember they felt very nice before. So let's see and hope that they have improved more on what has happened. I lost a lot of time, but that's quite good that you can push the car. It feels a bit nicer. But let me move over to the GT. Okay, so now we're in the Porsche GTE. Let's see how it feels. Felt good. But something I've complained a little about is the traction control in this car. It feels like with some cars it works quite well, like it seems here, but in some cars it seems like it barely works. It works quite a bit, but still you have quite a bit of sliding. So I don't know how correct that is. But to me it feels odd. I'm not going to say that it's entirely unrealistic or fake or everything. I'm just going to say that to me it seems odd, because I have obviously not driven these cars in real life, so I'm just going to say what I think feels odd and not what feels realistic. Cars, yeah, they feel a lot less nimble than the GT ones, because I think these are heavier. Well, they should be a bit, because these are based on GT2 spec and that was GT1. So these cars, yeah, from expectations, these cars feel quite well. What happens when I get out again? Because I think when I've finished this lap, let's move on to the GT3 Gen 2 and let's see how those cars feel. But it feels like you can rotate the car quite a bit, which is nice. These cars feel slow. That's probably just a me thing. Still, see there you could drift it a bit, but I'm not sure if that's realistic or not. But let me just move on to the GT3 Gen 2 and see if a certain car, which I hope would improve, has. Okay, so now we're in the Mercedes AMG GT3 Evo, because obviously since I'm wearing the Mercedes shirt. Let's see how this boat feels. Instantly from driving through that corner I can feel that the car feels quite the same. And it's quite hard to get on the power. Let's see how nimble this car feels, because the engine is in front of the driver, but hopefully feels a bit better. But I don't know if it should actually feel better than it did. Okay, so that actually felt good. Feels nicer. You can feel the edge of the grip a bit better. Still, it's a little bit vague. But that's mainly for the front, and I don't know. It's probably just a little bit, I think. But the car feels a bit more nimble. Does it feel like the weight moves and stuff? Yeah, this car feels quite nice. I wonder why I'm so slow for the middle sector. The speed. Downforce. But since we are done here with this car, let's move over to a type of racing I'm not super familiar with, but they've gotten a tire update, so let's try that as the last car. Okay, so let's try see how the new speedway tires feel. But I don't drive this a lot, which surprise not so surprising. Hopefully the car will be quite good, but it feels the car feels a bit the same. Maybe I can feel the rear sliding a little bit more, but it's not as much as what it was before when oval racing was basically terrible. We couldn't drive them basically, we were sliding too much. This day it feels quite a bit better. Now I have my 1 foot free, so I'm able to handle this a bit easier. at least. But yeah, I have to figure out the setups if I want to go quicker or not. That's slower. That's a bit odd. So see here, yeah, I went a bit too high and it cost me. We're going, yeah, a bit too low and it cost me too. So you can see the difference. I can definitely feel it too. Stiffen up the rear a bit to max. Let's see how this car goes down. Ooh, gained quite a bit of time. I just made the car softer, so that's good. I made it stiff in the rear. What happens if I soften the front? Let's see. Maybe not fully. So let's go back up. Quite nice actually. 1 second behind. I wonder where that puts me in on the leaderboards. Very repetitive. So let's go out and just see where I place in terms of the different cars. And then I can tell you my conclusions. So let's see. Oh, I'm 63rd. But I'm very close. Oh, this is very close here. So maybe I have to play around a bit. But what do I think about this update? Well, the tires feel good. You can feel the edge of the grip quite a bit more now, which makes it easier to drive. But the car's tires have become peakier, as in if you go a bit too much, you will lose more grip, which makes the cars harder to drive. So this update has made the cars easier to drive and harder to drive. Makes sense? Probably not, but it probably does. Very odd. So, what do you think? Comment it down below. Whilst you're down there, please hit the like button and also subscribe. My next video will... Wait, if we check the date, it is the... Wait, what date is it? 21st. So, next week, I might make a video on how quick am I around Daytona, since it's the Daytona 24 hours next week. And also, I've heard some stuff from Mr. Thunderflash. So if you're not in his Discord, I won't say anything, except he's maybe doing releasing some very interesting cars. So we'll do, when those cars arrive, I will do a, what should we call it? A Le Mans prototypes drive with using LMP1s, Group C, GT1s, GTEs, LMDH, and the cars he will be adding. So it will be quite an interesting video. But until then, I've been Racing Legend, you've been my amazing viewers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!